I'm Reen Schwarzer, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. Microphones, activate!
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt.
What's going on, party people?
Maddie Lynn.
We've
I
got
have a
our.
blanket in my mouth.
I was gonna make a joke. We had her tied up or something, but
Oh, well.
too late now.
She was tied up in her blanket. So
Exactly.
Blanket's comforting.
It is getting chilly out there. The fall's coming.
the fall is coming.
I saw pumpkins outside my neighbor's door, so it's time.
October 1st, bam,
Mhm.
Halloween decorations everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are going all out.
Yeah, and then those pumpkins are gonna rot by the time it's Halloween.
Unless if they're not cut, they won't.
Oh, okay.
If
Yeah,
they're cut, they will.
yeah, they weren't cut. So you can cut them like what? How many days ahead of time?
Like one.
One.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Usually you cut them the day of.
Mm.
I've seen traditions doing that. Like you do it the day of, and then you put them out, or you do it the day before.
Got it.
I haven't cut a jack-o'-lantern in ages.
Yeah, me neither.
Maddie, have you ever cut a jack-o'-lantern?
I've always cut a jack-o'-lantern. Last year was the year I didn't because I was too busy at my restaurant job.
I see.
You don't work there anymore. You can totally name it.
Red Robin.
There you go.
I hate it.
Just like I could say now, I worked at GameStop.
And also hated it.
It's all right.
It was all right.
But I also hated
It's
it.
retail. You know what I mean?
Retail.
Food service and retail. I feel like everybody should have one of those jobs, just so you know.
You know.
What a good
You
job's
need, you,
like.
you need to expect it. You need to have the experience so you could treat the people who work there nice because you know what they're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I always return the shopping carts, that kind of thing. I used to work at a grocery store.
Or you could go to a burger place, grab the burger, crush it in your hand, and say, "I am not eating this."
Nobody will get that.
Yeah.
Didn't happen to me, but it happened to my friend. Someone ripped up a burger in front of him and said, "This is not what I asked for. I demand you remake it." And I'm like, I would have laughed in his face. As is, they broke down, sadly, but because it was a stressful day. But
I would have laughed. It's like, what's with the theatrics? I'll get you your damn burger.
calm your shit. It'll be fine.
Yeah, my favorite is I was watching this video, and this guy, he was just being a jerk. He went into Starbucks and he drank like almost all his drink, and he's got his camera out. He's like, "I don't like this drink. Can you give me a new drink?" And like, your drink you almost finished. He wants to give you a new one. He's like, "Yeah." And so he made like a frappuccino, and he goes outside and he just like dumps it all over his face, and then they come out and just start yelling at him, like, "You jerk."
And it got him 1 million views.
Probably. It's all that matters.
Stupid.
So it's popular now, man.
Being a jerk on the internet.
So let's go back to our JRPG podcast.
What? What's a
Huh?
JRPG?
What? So there's been some news, right?
Yeah, finally something. I don't know if it's the most interesting, but some folks out there might care. So the first bit of news was NieR: Complete Edition is coming to Steam November 7th, and it includes all the DLC, which I think there were 2 of. And there's 2 modes. I think there was like action mode, which runs at 60 frames per second at 1080p, and then there's cinematic mode, which runs at 4K and 30 frames per second. Yeah. So never played that game. Don't have a computer that can run it very well, but it runs at 60 on PS4 because I played the demo or the beta or whatever it was called. You guys have any interest in NieR?
I don't really know what it is.
It's like that's like a samurai themed Dark Souls basically.
Not really.
But it's not made by From Software. It's made by Team Ninja.
I'm interested, but I don't have the time to do so. Play it.
Yeah, I maybe in December. Probably not though.
Wait, is the complete edition not coming to PS4?
I don't know.
I bet you it is.
Probably. There's always a complete Game of the Year edition. Like they announced a Horizon complete edition that comes packed in with the DLC, and it's a new cover and stuff. So yeah, they'll always do that just to get some extra sales. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yep. So we got one game announcement and one game announcement for the West, because I think this first one already got announced a long time ago. But NAS America announced that The Witch and the 100 Night 2 is coming to PS4 in the West in 2018. I played and reviewed the first one on my personal channel, and I really did not like it. You play as like this little minion to this witch lady, and she's just a total a-hole and hates everybody, and she like just she's just like mean spirited. You know how like in Nippon,
she's just a total witch.
yeah, exactly. Well, you know how like Nipponichi games, like they're mean, like especially in Disgaea, they're like mean, but there's like
Charm.
it's like a tongue in cheek, like funny. It's like not funny. It's just like I'm gonna rip your fucking head off and like poop you out and all this stuff. I'm like, wow, okay. And it's not. It's like just totally mean spirited. I'm like, oh, well, this isn't very fun. And yeah, the game has this weird isometric angle, and like the environment keeps getting in the way. And I'm like, man, this game is just not good. It obviously sold enough for them to make a sequel or whatever. But you said before the podcast you want to try it out at least.
Yeah. Well, you played the PS3 version. There's a PS4 version, you know that?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't know if it fixes anything. I mean, it probably runs better and looks better, but.
So I was always because you always like, oh man, this thing. I remember when you first saw it, you were really into it because you went to this Nipponichi like event,
Yeah,
and you're like really into it. And then when you played it, it's like, this is awful. I don't remember seeing you play it in the apartment, but you did say that it was awful.
I think I did a video before I lived there. I think.
I don't remember.
Because I think like right when we moved in, I think is when PS4 was coming out. So like everything was just on PS4.
Good times.
Yeah. So that. Yep, there's that. Bandai Namco announced God Eater 3. I think it's exclusively on PS4, or maybe it's PS4 PC or something.
A lot of Japanese companies are doing that PS4 PC combo now.
Yeah.
So I would not, especially Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
So I expect it to be both PC and PS4.
Which is interesting because I thought that team was doing Code Vein, or maybe they're like wrapping up Code Vein and then they're like ramping up, or maybe they just have so many people on staff that they can afford to do a bunch of projects, but.
Or maybe Code Vein's ending soon, and
Yeah, right. Any interest, God Eater?
God Eater's just...
Isn't it just like an anime Monster Hunter or something?
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, but do I have people to play it with?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Monster Hunter World is going to take priority. Because the problem with God Eater was always that it started as a PSP game, and you have those limited environments, right? And so then when they're doing the Vita and PS4 versions, you have to make sure it runs on Vita, so you can't have there's like this big open world or something. But Monster Hunter World is specifically for consoles and PC and stuff, so I'll be curious of God Eater. Maybe there's like a Switch version or something. I don't know. God Eater 3.
Maybe? I don't know. I think it's a Sony only thing.
That could be. I mean, I remember I think I reviewed the first one on PSP at Blistered Thumbs. It's a cool concept because you like have this sword that transforms into a gun, and like I think the sword can like eat your enemy, and like it builds up like a superpower type of thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like this dystopia where like monsters are everywhere.
It's a very anime game.
Yeah, very anime game. Yeah.
The another part of news is a lot of voice actors on Twitter are announcing that they're part of Secret of Mana remake.
Oh, really?
I just remember seeing all these voice actors like, I'm this character, I'm this character, I'm this character. Thanks to Sean, because I follow Sean.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that game was going to have voice acting. Cool.
Apparently it's going to have voice acting.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I don't think we talked about this last week, but the voice actor strike is over, which is cool.
Yay!
Because like I remember I was listening to the last episode or the episode before that, because we were talking about Resident Evil, and I was disappointed that Resident Evil 7 didn't have the old Chris voice actor, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did, and you're like, oh, maybe it had something to do with the voice actor strike, which is weird, but I don't think it had anything to do with it. So
maybe they're trying to rebrand Chris.
Maybe they're trying to rebrand Chris. I think the only game that I can possibly think of that got hit in a big way from that was that Life is Strange prequel, because Ashley Birch played the main character, and she was a part of the people striking, and so she couldn't voice the character, and so they had to fill in. But I think they're working on a Life is Strange 2, so maybe she'll be back for that. I don't know. But as far as I know, that's the only one where they were like big, like it was obvious.
Persona 5. All those non-voice actors.
Yeah, they're all terrible.
They're all god awful.
No, not the voice actors. I'm talking about all the non-voice acted parts. They were gonna be voice acted, but they're not because they couldn't get this. They couldn't. Maddie.
Speaking of Persona 5,
Persona 5, I just got texted by Jokers. 1 second here.
All right.
But yeah, so apparently we cannot speak the name Cold Steel 3 on this podcast, but it released in Japan last week, and according to some sales data, it sold over 100,000 copies between physical and digital.
It's huge.
Which I don't know if that's good for them or not. That's good. Cool. And then, they said this was like percentage-wise, this was like the biggest they've seen digital in Japan, like for any of their games.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what that means, but it's cool. Because I know Japan. I forget who I was talking to, or I was listening to like a Japanese podcast or something, but they said Japan is very opposed to digital. So that's why everything has a physical copy in Japan, because players out there just they don't trust digital for whatever reason.
Well, I don't trust digital, so.
Because once it's gone, it's gone.
But you guys are big PC gamers.
I know, that's what sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? The PC games that I can get physical, I get physical. Like, I have a physical disc of Doom and all that stuff.
I have a physical
Really?
disc of Legion.
Well, it's different. Like, Blizzard always goes all out with their boxes, but usually everything else on Steam, I just get digital. It doesn't matter how big it is. What's really funny is I remember I think it was Metal Gear Solid 5 on PC, if you bought the box, all that was in it was a code for Steam. There wasn't even a disc.
I've seen some games do that.
funny.
Yeah, I remember.
That's like, what is even the point? Just to
Own
have a
the
box,
box.
I guess. And the other thing that was kind of shocking was Fire Emblem Heroes came out, sold between the 3DS and Switch versions. It sold a little over 50,000 copies, which I think was down pretty significantly from Hyrule Warriors, which is initially came out just out on Wii U, but then they had a 3DS release. But I wonder if Japan's getting sick of it, or they just don't care enough about
Zelda's just bigger.
I mean, it's just
Yeah,
the same game over and over and over
It
again.
is. Yeah, it really is just the gameplay, and then you plug in your favorite franchise of choice. Like, I remember when they made it a One Piece Pirate Warriors game. That game like sold like 3 million copies in Japan or something insane. Like, they went nuts for that.
And then you're like, oh, I'm super excited, I want to play it. And you got it free, and you're like, this game sucks. Wait, what game did you play? I remember you were trying some game.
A One Piece game?
Yeah, One Piece game.
It actually was pretty fun. It was called One Piece Unlimited World Red. I actually think they just re-released that on Switch this last week. But it's sort of like a modern. Imagine like a platinum game, like a beat 'em up, but you have like a party and you can switch between them. It's just like a simple beat 'em up game where you have like a hub world that you're upgrading, and then you go off on missions and you come back. It looked really nice. Ran well on PS3. If you like One Piece, is probably one of the better ones, but I knew nothing about One Piece.
Yeah, that made you want to watch One Piece, and you started watching, like, I can't watch this.
Dude, if you thought Dragon Ball filler was bad, like, One Piece is so slow at the beginning. Like, literally, there's an episode where there's like a standoff at the bridge, and I think they just stare at each other for like literally 3 episodes. It's so ridiculous.
Okay, I've watched the uncut version of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Cell fight.
It's like 2 episodes.
No, it's not 2 episodes. It's when he first transforms. I remember a scene that they're both staring at each other, and then it goes to Gohan's face, and it's like zooms in,
Yeah.
and then it shows some environmental, and then it shows the same shot. Instead of zooming in, it zooms back out. And I'm like, what are you doing? It was the funniest thing. So it was like zooming in like for 5 seconds, and the music's like, and then it goes shows like some environmentals, and then it goes back
Most
in.
accurate music.
Yeah,
That's
I can show you the music. That's the Cell theme.
That's
Yep.
so thing.
But yeah, I laughed. I was like, man, filler. It's the greatest.
Yeah, that's why there's Kai.
Kai.
Or you can watch DBZ Abridged, which is not even really the same thing.
No, it's
so good though.
it's comedic.
Yeah, I
it
know.
makes fun of itself.
Yeah.
Sensuine!
Which is good. I was watching that today. Did you hear?
No, I didn't.
I watched like the entire season 3.
Nice.
Sensuine.
Yeah. Well, that's all there is for news, which is pretty good. I was like not expecting much, but I think I could be wrong. I think Paris Games Week is either this week or the week after.
Did you say Paris Game Show?
Paris Games Week, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Sony is going to have a press conference there.
Yeah, Sony skips Gamescom and
Yeah.
goes to Paris.
Yeah. What was interesting is I want to say, oh no, that was Gamescom. I think it had to been 4 years ago. Wow. It was when they released PT because it was in the apartment. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know. Nobody knew what it was. So maybe they'll have something crazy. Because like
That was good. Those were good times.
that was. Well, it was interesting because at TGS, because I've been looking at Sony's slate of exclusives, and like everything at that TGS conference was like early 2018. So I'm like, okay, so are they going to start like teasing for fall? Because nobody really knows what's coming out in fall, except maybe like Kingdom Hearts.
There's a break, finally.
So
I know.
that's what we thought this year.
There's never going to be a break.
And it just like got like once or like, oh, thank goodness, there's gonna be a huge break until like the end of the year, and then E3 happened, and it's like bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, there were some games that fell by the wayside that I thought I was gonna play and I didn't. So
wait, this E3 they showed both Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, they gotta buy both of those.
Yep.
Crazy.
have you beat the first Wolfenstein?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I got it when it
Cool.
came out, and it was awesome. So I was like, I remember when it came out, I was like, I wish they they were gonna remake Doom. They totally did.
For Switch.
No, not for Switch.
Oh, you mean like the Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no. I was like, I can't wait for the new Doom, because I knew there was a new Doom being made, but it hasn't been shown in years. I'm like, I can't wait to see that. And then next year,
It was totally different though. The old Doom 4 is like not even the same thing.
yeah, it was like a Call of Duty-esque game.
Yeah, the No Clip documentary has some clips of that stuff, which is interesting. But yeah, so we've actually been playing some JRPGs this week.
Yeah, Taylor, I want to know, since you've been quiet.
I'm gonna I don't know what the right word is, but I'll come to my senses and say I was wrong about NieR Automata. I was just being a big babby, and
Wow. I didn't think he was going to admit it.
yeah, and so I for those towers, I'm like, you know what, this is so dumb. Let me just put it on easy, beat the towers, and then after the towers, I put it back on normal, and never. I mean, I don't know if I died. I don't think I died after that. But what's here? So I don't want to spoil it because the end of the game, like a bunch of crazy stuff happens. But so the way the game works, I had beat A and B, which is essentially the same game twice. But C is a totally new thing. Like you start the game, it's almost like B ends and then C picks up right where B ends. It's like a continuation. So when you beat C, you make a choice at the end. And then when you beat C, it boots you to the main menu, and then it gives you a debug mode, and it gives you a chapter select. So I'm like, okay, and you can mess around with debug mode and just like puts enemy. You can just do whatever. You can put enemies all over the place. It doesn't count. Like you won't be able to save. It doesn't count towards anything, but you can just like screw around.
Yep.
And so did a little bit of that, and then I loaded up. The chapter select is very ultra specific. It's not just like chapter 12, and then you just figure it out. But it's like chapter 12.1, .2, .3, .4. Like you can go anywhere. And so I'm like, okay, well let me just go back to the choice I made before and just pick the other choice. And I did that, and that gave me the D ending. And then as that ended, there was like a post credits ending, and that gave me the E ending. And so that's the 5 in the game. There's only 5. But I think for that 4th ending, it wants you to start from the very beginning, which would have taken a long time because you basically play through two full endings or whatever, 2 paths. So I didn't do that. So my play time is only like 25 hours or something like that, where most people's I think is like 40. So I think that 4th playthrough is where you get a lot of your time. But yeah, no, I totally go back. I'm kind of mad that I got stuck on that one part, but the end of the game really kind of turned me around because it does some wild stuff that I don't want to spoil. It's
Was
like,
it just as crazy as people were like hyping it up to be?
Yeah, the story not so much, but it's what the game does to mess with you. Like the game messes with you a lot throughout the game, and then you can do this really. I don't think this is spoilers because I think the game tells you this at the beginning, or it was put out there when the game was coming out, but it. So on your 5th, after you end the 5th time, you can see. I don't know how to say this without spoiling, because it's not a story thing. It's like a fun little gameplay thing. I won't say it.
There's a fun little gameplay thing at this point.
Yeah, there's a fun little gameplay thing, and you guys can discover it on your own. But it's like, I'll just say this: it involves other players, and so then after you do that, then it's like, hey, do you want to sacrifice yourself so you can help other players later? And if you do that, it deletes your file, and you go back to the start menu. You don't have your save data; it's just gone.
What?
Yeah. So like you basically like sacrifice your character to like help other players, and then it just deletes everything. It's so crazy too because like literally it like physically opens the menu and it's just like delete weapons, delete items, delete, and then it goes to save file and it deletes your files, and then on the home menu there's nothing. It's just new game. That's the only option.
So you did that?
Yeah. Because I did all 5. So I'm like, what the heck? Let's just see what this does. So
That's really funny.
yeah.
And you're like,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it
I'd like to
was-
see your reaction to that. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, thanks.
yeah.
Okay, thanks.
That was, but the game also, there's a couple other funny things it does.
So the towers is what frustrated you.
Yeah, so basically, there's this giant tower that opens up, but you have to go to 3 mini ones to unlock it. And so the 3 mini ones is what was annoying me. The big one was easy once I got in there.
It's gravy.
Yeah. Well, the other part that's annoying too is for those 3 mini towers, you have to play as 9S, and he's like the worst character. You play as 3 characters, and he's the worst easy.
Isn't that the hacker boy?
Yeah, like basically the only way you can damage enemies in any like huge way is by hacking, which is not fun though. I mean, it's fun at first, but then it gets old after a while because like 2B and A2 are just so much more fun to play with because they're like the fast hack and slash, and you have 2 weapons.
It's like Bayonetta.
Yeah. 9S only has 1 weapon. He doesn't have 2 that you can switch. So
I get your frustration. When I was playing Evil Within, I was fighting the long-haired monster. You know. what I'm
the
talking
witch
about?
lady that kept popping out of the blood pools or
Yeah.
whatever. Oh man, that was so freaky.
So the last part, the last time you fight her,
is that the one where you set her on fire?
you always set her on fire.
Oh, okay.
But this is the last time. It's the hardest one. I was on stream and I was doing it for like an hour, and then I kept doing it. I kept dying. I kept dying. People watched me do this,
Yeah.
and I just kept dying. I was like, oh my god, this is getting so frustrating. And I was like, I didn't quit. Actually, I had to. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be done. It's like 1 in the morning. I'm gonna continue this in the morning.
Yeah.
Did it. Oh, that game. Sometimes it just cheats. Like straight up cheats.
It just hacks. The game
Yeah.
hacks.
Like, you have to drop matches that burn corpses, right?
Oh, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
sometimes you could burn the witch or the girl.
Yeah.
And sometimes the girl just goes straight through it and then grabs me, and I'm like, okay, game, okay. So I know that frustration. I would love to see you do that and see how easy it would make you quit.
Well, see, here's the thing. At least you can retry quickly. With NieR, you had to do the whole thing over again. That was the annoying part. At least with Evil Within, you just start at the boss fight. Imagine losing 20 minutes of
Imagine
progress
losing everything
and then
and-
doing the boss fight and then doing 20 minutes, and then like that's the annoying part. But it was whatever. Figured it out. It was fun. And I honestly think coming back around is probably like in my top 5 of the year so far.
No.
Yeah. Because I was thinking of other games I played. I'm like, those were good, but like the music in that and NieR is really good. The way it like changes gameplay styles randomly, and I'm not even talking about like different characters. It just like randomly turns into like a shooter, and then it randomly turns into like a
2D.
choose your own adventure and like all this random stuff. And like I love just the the tried and true platinum combat where you dodge, witch time, fast hack and slash. It was fun. So yeah, totally take back everything I said. I was dumb. Play NieR. It's a fun game.
Everyone shame him in the the
Yeah.
Discord.
Oh, he
Yeah.
will get shamed.
Well, I-
Thursday's gonna roll around, and you know the conversations that are gonna happen.
Well, I already talked about it in Discord, and of course, Ozaroth roasted me. He was like, "How could you beat Bloodborne, but you couldn't beat this?" And I'm like, "I don't know," because I knew what I was getting into with Bloodborne. I knew it was going to be hard, and at least you can restart quickly on the bosses. But
It's the losing the progress is what.
that
got
was
to.
that's the annoying part. And then as far as other JRPGs, I was also playing some Dragon Quest VIII at work. It was mostly grinding because I was stuck at this boss, so I did probably like 3 hours of grinding and beat him. And then I got the ship, the little boat, and so going around trying to figure out the next part. Kind of have to use a guide because it's very vague. It's like, go to the West Continent. Where on the West Continent? I don't know. Just
go
walk
there.
around. Yeah. Like, yay, classic old JRPGs. Thanks.
Love it.
It was funny because I went to
Love
this
it.
one town and like, oh, this must be it because it's on like, I'm coming from the East Continent, so it's on the Eastern Shore. I'm like, oh, this must be it. And I walked around and talked to everybody and like, you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here. I'm like, I don't think this is it. And then I literally had to go all the way around the continent to the West Coast, and
So,
then I was
yeah.
at the right one. I'm like, oh my god, like how would I have ever figured that out? And it's like a good like 10 minutes, like real time.
I love that in Tales of Destiny. I know where to get everything, but to find out where to go, you have to talk to NPCs. You just have to, because they give you hints.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say like they give you hints, but it doesn't go like pop in the corner of the screen like, hey, go over here now. It's
Right.
like you have to pay attention. It's like, maybe I should check that out.
Yeah. I remember that annoying me about Wild Arms. Wild Arms does that too, where like you beat something and then it doesn't give you any clues. It's just like you beat a boss and then it just stops. It's not like, hey, let's go talk to that guy. That just nothing pops up. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And then you're supposed. It's like you said, you have to talk to an NPC. It's like, oh, you beat that guy. Now go here. It's like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how old games would
Make you
the design.
make you talk to things.
Well, it was interesting because I was thinking back about this too. Because like Final Fantasy, at least was 7. I think 8 did this. I think actually 7, 8, 9 all did this. But like I remember in 7, so you beat. You get out of Midgar, and then it's like we should go to Calm, and then in the dialogue box, like Calm is a different color. I was like, oh, okay, wherever Calm is, let's go there. And then it's like, let's go to the Chocobo farm, and it's like a different color. So it's like we don't know where. We're not going to tell you where it is, but that's where you're supposed to go next. So,
Like this is an area you need to go to.
yeah. And then did I play anything? I mean, I played a little bit of Ys 8, not too much more. Probably put an hour or two into it. So, yep. Trying to just knock them off the list. So I was happy to knock NieR off. I was really not that far from the end of the game, which is funny. I think I only played like 4 hours, and then I was done.
And
so.
you're like, oh, okay.
Okay, done.
That's cool.
Yep. But yep, want to keep knocking out Dragon Quest and Ys.
So we're proud of you, Taylor. Let's all give him a hand. He's making progress.
Yay. Because Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out, and then everything stops for that. Now that'll be my turn off my brain game. It's like, I just want to have a TV show in the background and just kill some things. That's like what that's for.
Okay. Maddie. He's not going to finish that game, by the way. He's going to play for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he's not going to play it again.
What, Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem Warriors?
Yeah, Fire Emblem
Okay.
Warriors. All right?
Oh, see,
Okay.
I see what Nick's doing. He's doing the reverse psychology. He's like, he's not going to beat it, and now I'm like, oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to beat it, and then I'll beat
But
it.
then you won't because...
Well, see, now Maddie's doing it too. I see what you guys are doing. You're teaming up.
Well, I'm kind of like the reverse psychology, like, oh, whatever, like, who cares? And then you'll stop, and then you'll kind of think about it, like, oh, let's play it again, and it's like, it's gonna take you.
Taylor's not that person, though.
For what?
Like, I tell you, you get told to do something, and you're like, I'm not going to do it now. I don't think you're that type of person.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you're being like a jerk about it. Yeah, I was thinking, it was funny because I was planning out my purchases for the rest of the year, and like the
Just planning
more
it out.
and the more
He has to now.
I mean, there's only 2 games I was gonna buy. I was gonna buy Fire Emblem and Sonic, and the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy Sonic because that game's probably gonna get on discount like really fast. As sad as that sounds.
Just wait for like a couple months, and then you could buy it for like $20.
You could
Yeah.
wait to hear the friendship song.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can just listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is like most games.
Think of that song.
Most games, unless you're Call of Duty or something, like most games drop in price within a month, like easy, like $10, $20 off.
Oh, not Nintendo games, but yes.
Yeah, except Nintendo. But I've pretty much, except with the exception of
triggered a little
Zelda,
That was it.
I've bought all the first party Nintendo games day one. No, that's not true. Because I bought Mario Kart.
You didn't buy ARMS either.
I didn't buy ARMS. I'm not gonna buy ARMS. I'm not gonna waste my money on that garbage. No.
That
Garbage.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind.
But I bought Mario Rabbids, even though that's not technically a Nintendo game.
And he beat it. High five.
I like 100% destroyed that game.
All right. So
Uh,
he's making progress. Soon he'll start playing.
See,
the
that's
games
the thing.
again.
I'm the enigma. You never know what I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
You never know what I'm gonna 100%.
If there's cute anime girls in it, he's gonna like it. And if it's a rom-com,
Well, see-
he's definitely gonna like
Well,
it.
see, that's the thing. Fire Emblem Warriors is like half cute anime girls, so that's the only reason I'm playing it. It's really, Nick, it's called Waifu Warriors is really what it's called. It's
Great.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Waifu
the
Warriors.
last two
Fire
fire.
waifu.
The
warriors.
last 2 Fire Emblems became waifus.
But so
future
recently they
waifus.
started announcing all the characters in the old ones. So like Lynn and Tiki and
Mm-hmm.
some blue hair girl that marries Marth or whatever. I don't know her name. I think it's like
But is there Marth and Roy? We need Ike as well.
Yeah.
Where are
Are
they?
there any
Ike and
hot
Roy
guys?
are not, but Marth is in it.
No, he wasn't that cute.
What? Marth looks
Crom.
exactly like Green.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Looks exactly like.
Everybody likes
Does it?
Crom. Everybody likes Robin.
Isn't Crom just Marth?
No. Oh, I guess. Well, it's weird because somebody claims to be Marth in Fire Emblem Awakening. Which
You know
is
what they
weird.
need to add? They need to add like Link randomly in there.
Just add Link.
Link needs to be the Link from Hyrule Warriors. Needs to just be in there.
Just because why not?
Just why not?
Yeah.
He just comes out of nowhere. Hey, how you doing? Gonna slam Majora's Mask Moon on your face.
Yeah.
Bagage. Then I've been just kind of digging away at SteamWorld Dig 2. It's fun. I've been getting some fun upgrades, new equipments.
How about you just binge that and beat it in the 4 hours that it needs to be binged to play.
I've heard the game's kind of long. It can be like 10 hours for what it is.
Wow, 10 hours.
No, wow, right?
Jeez.
I know.
I just remember playing SteamWorld Dig 1 and then I beat it and I was like, oh, it's over? Okay. It started to get good.
Yep. Well, here's the other thing, too. Nick's been trying to hold me back not to buy Stardew Valley again on Switch.
Yes, there's no reason for you.
I mean,
to
I
do
don't
that.
think there's a reason to anymore.
The reason is it's fun. I don't want to play on the go.
Actually, yeah, he doesn't have a Surface. I can play it on the go,
play
so
on the
there's
go
no
as well.
reason for me to buy it on
But
Switch.
one thing, he's already 100%ed it.
No, I haven't 100%ed it.
You did the entire community center.
I
That's
have.
100%.
I haven't done the Joja Mart route.
That's like you could beat that in like a day.
Yeah, you could.
You just buy the.
But I could start a new farm and like I didn't so they added a patch where like the starting farm you can like customize it.
I know.
I know. That's the
we played
thing
it.
I'm using.
But I didn't do that because I bought it day one. I was supporting them.
I
I'm
bought
a
it
good
day one
fan.
too.
We also bought day
Liar.
one.
I just didn't play it day one.
You liar.
Good times.
Wait for multiplayer.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
They showed multiplayer. Like the first thing they showed was multiplayer.
Was multiplayer and was
And then it just turned into a
and then
really
it turned
good,
into
a really good Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon
Been
game.
like
It's
the best
okay.
one in like a long time.
Yep. Except Rune Factory.
I really want that.
That's what you need to do. You need to play Rune Factory.
I've been
You need to
listening to this
shut
song
up.
so much.
You could be Rune
I
Factory
love
4
it.
or
There's my
3.
husband. Right there.
Have you played Rune Factory 4?
Right there.
Me?
Yeah. Did you buy it?
No,
Yeah, I did. I
knows
played
who
a
I'm
lot of it.
pointing
I
at,
just didn't
but
beat
I'm
it.
pointing at my husband.
You, yeah.
There's my waifu. The
Actually, I kind of want to get in the comments / Discord. Guess who my husband in Rune Factory 4 is?
All
I want to
right.
see it.
Let's
I want
if
to
they-
see how
let's
many
if they-
people
let's
know
see if
me.
they get it.
See if they get me. You point to it. Wait, you don't say it.
you literally
Oh, okay,
just
so you looked
pointed
at
to
it.
it,
You looked
yeah.
at it. Okay, I didn't know if you actually saw me.
There's my waifu right there.
Someone needs
That
to
would
point,
be your waifu.
Someone needs to point to my waifus.
You had like 3.
I have 2.
Okay, 2.
So which one's the teacher? So
Whoever's the oldest.
So
Oh, I didn't.
I wanted you just gave it away.
so Bob. You could bleep it out.
Wait. Was it? It was. You're right.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Oh, she's so cute though. My waifu is so.
She's
cute.
also like a little girl.
Didn't you also do the
I did all of them.
You did all of them. I know you did. You
Did
did.
I-
You did the really. You did. Where is she? Is that her? Yeah, I think that's her. You know.
She's just pointing to
Point-
point
Carmel.
Her.
AKA
You know her.
Yeah.
to musician.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
That was when I started playing again. You're like, I'm gonna go for her, and I'm like, okay. And then I saw my husband, and I was like, that's it. That's him.
And then go to Rune Factory 3.
I tried so
Who's
hard.
my waifu in that one?
No, we're sticking with Rune Factory 4 right now.
They just gotta make Room Factory 5, guys. That's it.
That's all they need to
I
do.
want Rune Factory 5 so badly.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good. It was
It's a
good
good-
fun. We still won't play the third and final arc because it's random.
Dude, it is. I haven't even had a kid yet.
Yeah.
I didn't wait that long. Literally, the
Like-
day I got married, I was like,
I'm done.
I beat the game.
Yeah.
It's over.
Exactly. It's like over.
It's fine. You're young. You're only 19, Maddie. You don't need to have a kid yet. Give it a few years.
Give it a few years.
Yeah, it's fine.
You have to wait a whole month.
I want to play. You do?
Yeah, so as soon as you get married, you wait a whole month, and then it's random.
Gotcha.
You guys need to play Rune Factory Tides of Destiny.
You gave it to me for Christmas 2 years ago.
I also need
Or a
to
year
play my
ago.
Rune Factory Frontier that I have for the Wii.
I think 4 is probably the best one, but I like Tides of Destiny because the town's cool. It's just got a good vibe. I like
4
the
is
music.
really good.
4 is so good.
3 is really good as well. But you
4
can't
pulled me into that story.
you can't pick your character. You're always the same character.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, the intro song for Rune Factory 4 is the best.
Maddie, did you play Harvest Moon Back to Nature, aka Friends of Mineral Town?
Yep.
I got you. That was the first. Literally, story.
I
Time. No, Nick, I got it. I got you. So I got my Vita and I was bored. I didn't really have anything to do. This is before I started playing like Tales of Destiny. Wow, Tales of Hearts or Persona or anything. I was bored, so I was like, I remember farming Harvest Moon. And I'm like, hey Dad, can I spend $3 on the PlayStation Store? He's like, yeah, why? I'm like, I'm gonna get this game. He's like, all right. So
Was it
I got
on sale or something?
Yeah,
Nice.
It's like $3. I have it. I still have it. I started playing it, and this was like noon, right?
Yeah.
Nick gets home at like 9:30 from GameStop. He walks up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Playing Harvest Moon." He's like, "You're playing Harvest Moon? What the hell?"
Where did you get that idea?
I'm like in summer already, or when you start
Wow.
spring, so I'm like, I'm in summer. Yep. Dude, I destroyed that game.
Oh my gosh, I love that game.
I
so
also
much.
got married, and I was all like, Okay.
That's like the point of that game, right? Is to get married?
No, it's,
No, the point
you have
is
3 years to fix the farm,
Yeah.
or else they kick you out.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta fix the farm. Okay.
Yeah, fixed farm.
And make friends in town and whatever.
But you have to fix the farm to get married.
I think so. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
upgrade your house. Or
You have to get the double bed. Always got to get the double bed.
There's a girl version of that game where you play as a girl and you can marry guys
It's
or
called
whatever.
More Friends of Mineral Town.
Or
That's,
something like
that's
that.
GBA only.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing the GBA version of I played both the Game Boy Advance one and the PS1 one.
Mhm.
That's a good
PS1
game.
one was great.
It's a good game.
It was even better because it was, it's on portable and it wasn't meant to be on portable. So like everyone was complaining about how you tabbed items quickly. It's like you have to go to this menu or something. On the Vita, I could just like set it to a touchscreen instead. So I was able to like tap the back of my Vita and
Nice.
constantly switch items. It was really useful.
Whip, 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 whip.
Yep, you just come. No, you're walking around. No, the real trick is you had to go to the chicken coop. You had to get all your eggs, and you could only hold like 5. And then you'd quickly run up to the hot spring and just throw them all in. And then I'd run to my waifu, and I'd be like, "Have these eggs? You love them."
Wait, you throw them in the hot spring?
Yeah, to boil them.
To boil them.
Make boiled eggs. That was her favorite food.
Couldn't you boil it in the kitchen?
We doesn't have a kitchen
I
yet.
didn't have a kitchen yet.
So like,
You had-
so
you
wouldn't you hit the fence if you throw it, or is there like a special spot?
No, there was like a little spot where you could just stand on the edge and you could just toss
Oh
it in.
wow, I never did that.
You know what I want? One time we got to have a game file where we marry the harvest goddess.
I don't know.
That
how
is
to-
possible.
I've never tried doing that.
That is-
They talked about the sprites, and I was like, I'm not going to try and figure this out.
That's. I mean, it's possible. I was wondering.
I remember one playthrough because I just was lazy. I was like, I'm gonna hire the gnomes to water because I don't want to water, and they just come and they water. And
You just
they-
give them. Yeah, yeah.
You give them chocolate or tea or
Yeah,
something,
chocolate.
spices.
It's great.
Well, I love the strat of when you could do that, when it's like, as long as you go to bed before 6 a.m., you'll wake up at 6 a.m. perfectly refreshed. So it's just like water. Like it's like midnight. It's like water, 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 water. Okay, I'm tired. Run to the hot spring. Okay, go back. Okay, water, 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 water. Plant, 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 plant. It's 5:50. Run!
Yeah, he only needs 10 minutes sleep. It's fine.
You only need 10 minutes to sleep. I wake up bright and early, perfectly refreshed. I'm like, this is great.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how I got so far so fast.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Cheater.
So
Yeah.
great.
I thought if you stay up too late, you wake up later.
If you get exhausted, was the hard thing. Because if you start to get exhausted and you collapse, it's like you lose a whole day. And it's like, no. But
know,
as long
so
as
I
you
know-
stay in the hot spring, you're good.
Yeah. Weird, because no other Harvest Moon actually got, like, to me, never got to that level again.
Like
The
what
Back
they got
to
like
Nature?
good.
Yeah.
The only other one, I don't think you guys played this one, but the one on PS2, Save the Homeland's pretty good.
No, I remember I played it with you. I didn't like it that much because you didn't. It's like it wasn't as like the NPCs weren't as interesting. Or
I mean,
something.
I'm enjoying Story of
Yeah.
Seasons. It just takes so long
Yeah,
to get someone to like you.
everything. Yeah, it takes longer now.
But like, it's I want to go back to. Actually, I should go back to it because I still have my process of getting my husband to like me. And Rune Factory 4, while it was like it's Harvest Moon, but it's Fantasy Harvest Moon. So it's like you walk in, it's like you have your very small farm, but like you go to the dungeons and farm those, and then you have to craft all these things and open your own stores. And it's like that was so much
Small
fun.
dungeon, small farm.
It was
Yeah.
pretty small.
I had a huge farm.
Yeah.
Because you could expand it.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember having just a bunch of monster houses.
Really, I never did the monster houses
yeah.
or the dungeon houses. I didn't get them, but I did have I had like one farm that was just all trees, and then I had my normal farm was all my plants, and then I had another farm that was just all grass. Cool.
I played more into the story of that one though. I didn't.
Cool.
I farmed when necessary.
The other Harvest Moon that a lot of people like is called A Wonderful Life, where I think what happens
That's a
is
movie, Taylor.
No, it's called.
I know.
but I think it's like you age. You actually age in that game. Like you start as like a teenager and you age when you have kids, and you play as your kid or something like
Yeah.
that. It's weird.
Mhm.
Oh dang.
That's the GameCube one, right?
It also came out on PS2 because everything came out on PS2.
But usually at bad ports, though. I've heard that one was a bad port.
Yeah, I remember playing it on GameCube, and there's like horrible frame rates at parts, but they re-released it on PS4 as like a classic or whatever. So if you're ever so inclined to give it a try,
Well, next Harvest. If one, I got to finish Story of Seasons, and then two, I'm probably I would go back and play Tides of Destiny since I have it.
Ni-no-Kuni.
Because why not?
So
What
let's
were we
go.
talking about?
We're on a tangent. We went on.
That
tangent.
went on
We're gonna
Reel it back to the actual question.
Was it?
And
Because I
Maddie,
think only Taylor's really answered
and
this
Maddie,
question.
What have you been playing?
Civ.
What have you been playing?
I think the day after the podcast, we recorded podcast last week, I finished Ys 8. Oh, no, 2 days. I beat Ys 8, everyone.
Yay.
I beat Ys 8. And, man, I love that game. I didn't think I went into it not expecting to extremely love it, but I kind of extremely love it.
Nice.
It's really good. I will say it's a decently heavy story-driven Ys game. The gameplay was really fun because Hummel. I love Hummel gameplay.
Yeah, Taylor, it was really fun.
It was
Taylor,
fun.
it was fun.
Taylor has a weird way of playing games. He can't binge. So, like, he's talking about, I just played this a little bit, and I played this a little bit, and I played this. I really can't do that. If I'm like, I have a main game, I have to continue playing it until it's over before I dip into something else. Civ was kind of just a whim thing, and I knew it was going to be over in, like, 12 hours.
Because she was just trying to get over her game hole.
Well, no, because I still have more things to do in Ys. So I did. So recently, I went back and I did the extra dungeon, which was, oh my god, was it hard? But it was really fun. That extra dungeon was actually 5 hours long.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really fun though. And then I have to go back and like do the extra interceptions and stuff. Because it sounds like something more fun. Because I like the gameplay. So go back, do the gameplay, try and do as much as I can. That doesn't require me to run back and do a nightmare run. But I'm even debating doing that. Because you get like completing like the special dungeon, you get like a bonus, right?
Get an H scene.
No.
You go what? An H scene? What's that?
Anyway, you get.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know if Maddie gets what I'm talking about.
I don't, but it's hilarious regardless. I'm just thinking of all bad things. But anyway, you get an item that basically makes it so you could, in your next playthrough, you can solo play the game. You can only play with one. You can only play with one character, and you could change what type of damage they do.
Okay.
So I'm just like, solo nightmare run as Hummel? I'm all up for that.
You can do it!
So I was thinking about maybe doing that later if I ever wanted to go back and platinum. Because I'll probably do everything else to platinum besides running back and beating it on Nightmare.
Oh, is that one of the trophies?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Which I think is totally doable because hard, once you figure it out, it wasn't hard.
No, I played on hard.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hard. I've only rarely
but-
died.
Bing, 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 bing. Flashcard, 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 flashcard.
Sorry, Nick. Actually,
flashcard,
you're
flashcard,
wrong.
flashcard,
You're wrong,
flashcard,
Nick.
flashcard,
It's
flashcard.
actually Counter-Strike, 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 Counter-Strike.
For you.
It's great. Everybody who plays Hummel knows exactly what I'm doing. But I only do that whenever you're just constantly swarmed with enemies. Because, like, most of the time, I'll try and keep my distance as my playstyle. Because Hummel, range and stuff. So I try to keep my distance, run away, do a bunch of shots, run away. But when you guys get swarmed by dinos, and you're like, okay, dashing's not working, constantly on the ground, you have to I just have to try and spam Counter-Strike to try and get out. And when you use Counter-Strike, you raise up in the air and fire into the ground. So if you use it enough times, you just raise slowly higher and higher in the air, and then I'll dash out real quick and start doing all my other abilities. It's pretty fun. Man, I love playing as Hummel.
Yeah, those dinos
Also,
hit real hard.
Also,
But the thing I like to do is with Laxia.
Laxia, yeah.
Laxia. She has a move where she stabs, and the game freezes, like everything around you freezes, and then she just like an upburst. So you just keep them like you keep doing that. And you keep them like in a stun lock. It's
Yeah,
really great.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I'm surprised at actually how in depth in character stories are if you take the time to get them to like you.
I also like playing as Dana.
It's Dana.
Dana.
I like Dana. I like playing as Dana, especially during her arcs because of her special stuff she does. But I liked her more just as a character. She was a really good character.
She's really powerful. Because she's Illidan. She has Illidan's sword.
Yeah. She's
fun to play as. Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. But yeah, the characters were really. I liked how well developed they are.
She's got blue hair. Gotta have blue hair.
Gotta have blue hair. Yeah, gameplay is fun. I am debating going back and doing that solo Hummel run, which is something I didn't think I would ever be doing, going back to play that Ys game.
You do. You gotta do
But
it.
now I'm like, yep, gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Something.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go fast.
But that was my JRPG of the week and of the while. My
Anything-
final play time was about 55 hours.
Okay, cool.
I know that's long.
That's long for a Ys game.
I think I'm 40 in my playthrough right now. I'm like, geez, this
Have you
is
beat
long.
Have you gotten to chapter 6 yet?
No, I think I'm at the end of chapter 5.
That's what you think.
think I am.
That's what
I don't even know where
all of us. Kathleen said she's thought the same thing, and then I thought the same thing on the stream, and she's like, nope. And now I don't know where you are,
Where
but
am I?
but
I'm trying to remember
anyway.
where I am. I'm in the palace. Spoilers.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're in that part?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I am now. All right. That's figured.
Yeah.
Well, what do you?
That part's really cool though. I love that story beat.
So besides, if you don't go back and do the Nightmare Run, is there anything else on the docket next that you want to boot up, start?
Yeah, I already have my plan. I'm gonna play as Asteria and stream it. Gotta replay as Asteria. One, I have to do it on my account because I did it on Dad's account, and I need to get that over to my account. What are you doing, John? I knew exactly what you were doing.
Wow. I can't believe she got that.
At a glance.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I knew
exactly what you were doing.
Wow. That was awful.
I'm just shaking my head.
That was so good. Anyway,
So you're going to do Chaos Run, right?
yeah, dude, I'll do it. No, I can't. That would be first playthrough.
No, you'll get destroyed.
I'm probably gonna do moderate again, and then if I would ever go back and play Asteria again, I would play Chaos. Oh, I can't wait to play that game again, man! It's so much fun. But that's the next JRPG I have on the docket. If I finish that before December,
Before December.
I'm stopping everything to Platinum Persona 5.
You got 2 months. You got plenty of time.
I know. Well, it took me about no. When did he say it come out? Middle of September?
Well, no, you already know Zesty pretty well.
I
so-
do, but I'll still stop and watch all the story bits and talk to everybody just to refresh memory and enjoy it. So it'll probably be the same playthrough, which was about 70 hours.
I doubt it. You'll do the same thing, but you go faster.
I hope so.
You'll
Now
actually
that
know where to go.
I know where to go, and I know how to do things. I won't waste 2 hours on the last boss again.
Yeah, that was weird.
I couldn't believe that. But fun times, yeah. Is that? But if I,
All the fields.
yeah, exactly. Yep. So if I finish that before the December break,
She has breaks. She has breaks in December.
Nino Kuni or NieR, maybe.
I think NieR is shorter. I don't know if that matters, but
Not really.
Thing is, are you guys going to be joining us with the JRPG?
How much do you have to play of it?
You play a certain amount every week.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
depends.
It just depends.
If it ends, because right now it's tied between 2 games. It's Tactics and Lunar. So if it's Tactics, I know that game so well.
There's no point in you.
I won't need. I mean, yeah, maybe I'll just do it for fun because it's a good game. But
If it's Tactics, I won't do it.
We want you to do Tactics because we want you to play with us, and we want to do a spoiler cast at the end. Or you won't be part of the spoiler cast. We'll bring Connor in there.
Everyone misses
whoa,
Connor.
Connor drop.
The Connor drop.
Don't worry, everyone misses Connor. I know I'm the worst podcast ever.
Don't say that. Everybody loves you, Maddie.
I don't know any PS1 JRPGs.
She is the reason why we can't play games.
I know. It's just
The
all because of
worst.
me.
The worst. She could be the host of the games. There you go.
Oh, look at this guy, the worst over here. What did you play this week?
Evil Sin.
I played some Ease.
Huh?
Not enough.
Yeah. Well, because I realized that I thought The Evil Within for some reason was coming out on October 31st. And I remember, and then I looked at the release date and it was October 13th.
Yeah,
and I was
Friday
like,
the 13th, duh.
and I was like,
Oh, that's why he's not.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, I gotta beat Evil Within now. And that's what I did. And I streamed it a couple times and people got to see me frustrated. And
God, what the hell?
cheater.
Yep. Those things I hear while I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, you get to hear me, I get to hear you.
Yep,
Work
exactly. It
out.
works out.
But I remember Wandering had the stream up on her TV, and I guess she had guests over, and apparently one of the guests was like, "This guy sucks."
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, "You try to play the game on this difficulty with all this jank."
This guy sucks. It's trash.
The thing is, Evil Within has RNG aiming.
I know that really made me. That was weird.
So sometimes it was like you aim right at the guy, you shoot, and it goes that way, and you're like, "Oh, well, I missed." That's annoying.
Yeah.
But I was when I was listening to the story, I'm like, oh, and okay, now I'm actually getting what's going on. Before I had no idea, but now I'm like, okay, it's interesting.
I walked
So
in,
it's
I
like
have
The
no
Matrix, but not.
Yeah, it's very similar, and it's like, what's going on? And now I want to play the DLC, get that story, so I get ready for Evil Within 2.
I might have actually done research on the Evil Within.
And I want to know if he actually.
You explain it to
I want to
us.
know if he actually.
Sorry, continue. Sorry. It's the one the stem.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
I can't actually say that, so I'm wondering about the ending. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I'm wondering what that all meant.
Got it.
Speaking of that, this month, as I'm playing other things, I'm gonna probably play through the Resident Evil 1 remake on PS4. Oh, yeah. It's a real good game. Either that or play through Until Dawn and try to save everybody. Because like I almost, so there's like multiple decisions you can make at the end of the game that like kill a bunch of people. So like
you got to make the decisions where no one dies.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's weird because there's like decisions that you make and it seems very minuscule, but that has ramifications later. And I'm like, what the heck? How did that person just randomly die? Okay.
Yeah, it's like the decisions are like there's a piece of paper on the ground. Do you pick it up? And you're like, no. Just because you did not pick that piece of paper, that person dies.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, the game messes with like that, but that's what it's supposed to be.
I don't think I'm going to be playing anything like backlog
Spoopy?
on. No, I'm going to definitely play a lot of things.
You're
with
gonna play
Spoopy.
Spoopy. It's October.
Yep.
I'm not.
Lots of Spoopy.
Until we all you agree to do a group stream and then you force
October
me.
31st, people.
Yeah.
High five. We need to do horror streams.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, okay.
So Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2, and Mario Odyssey.
Oh my god, are you getting all
Oh,
of them?
I forgot about Mario
I'm getting all of them.
Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey.
It's gonna be fun.
You throw your hat, be a Bull Bill, be a little turtle guy.
I'm hoping. Like the thing I'm looking forward to is that it's not Galaxy.
No, that's what I want.
It's not. I'm telling. You literally said the same thing in like another episode.
I know you already told me it's not, but can I dream?
No, you can't.
No, the only thing I did
dream.
not like about Galaxy is that like jumping on the spheres. It's so weird.
It was so fun.
I love
You're
the
on a planet.
I love the episodes, the levels that are like big Mario levels that weren't the stupid sphere stuff. Those were fun, but the spheres just like really turned me off of the game.
It was cool because there's certain mechanics. I liked Wiimote, so certain mechanics where you had to manipulate gravity and such like that was really fun. And I was proud because I was like 10 years old and I almost perfected that game without a guide. I was proud of myself. And now it's all gone.
Good.
Because of you.
I think it's still there.
I thought it was saved on disc, not on Wii. Is it saved on disc?
I'm out, guys.
Wait.
I don't know. What?
I don't know. I don't know why he walked out. The genuine question.
He sold the copy.
Well, he
probably?
sold my copy, but was it saved on disc or is it saved on Wii? Is it console based?
I don't understand what the question is. Is it saved on
Does it
disc?
save data on the disc?
Oh, I don't think so.
Of course it doesn't.
No. The only thing that saves on the thing is carts. So like the 3DS and the Switch carts, I think are on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's yours. We still have your Wii. It's in there.
We do. I kind of want to hook it up again and put Mario Galaxy back in.
And yeah, your save data's all there.
Yep.
Unless like
But
something got
I
deleted.
put it. I remember I put the new one I had in, and it was gone. Unless I just started a new file.
Did Wii's have memory cards, or was it on?
They have memory cards for the GameCube games,
Okay.
but it was all internal, and it was only like 32 gigs or something like that. Or
I
even
don't want to
smaller
plug
than
my
that.
Wii
yeah.
back in. I miss my Wii.
Good luck with that. We need all the components that you need with it.
The Wii.
Sorry.
Nice. Right in the mic.
I know, right in the mic.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and I messed with my Vita. I played some.
So did I.
Played some Legend of Dragoon, and I installed some Lunar. If you know, you can hear right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
I can't.
It's because it's not loaded.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same fight? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's the same dungeon.
I mean, it is the same dungeon, but that one battle you had where I had all the enemies was perfect.
I love the song so much. It's good. It's good. It's godlike.
Too bad it has this weird audio design choice.
Yeah, very strange. Very annoying.
I don't know.
But that is what I've been doing, I'm setting up for the JRPG journals, which is going to be announced soon. Very
just
soon.
announce it right now.
Well, no.
It's going to be announced soon.
Fully, all the details. All the details.
Wait. So by the time this podcast is out, the voting thing will still be up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, boy.
Yep. Yeah, boy. My boy.
No.
But so what do we want to go to some questions?
Yeah, let's go to some questions.
I got them right here if you want.
All right.
Just read them.
So, thank you for your questions.
Go to the Discord. We actually had a new person on Discord. They didn't talk much.
Was it
Morpheus? Something.
Your boy?
Your boy.
I was like a generic green icon, and everybody
I think
greeted
it was Morpheus.
Okay. And
It's like, hey, Nick invited me, and then you didn't really talk again. It's like, hey, Morpheus.
And
I'll tell you about.
So next week, Trinity and Neo are gonna show up. Okay,
Yes.
right? And then Ezekiel, and then we're all gonna be in the
What if I
Nebuchadnezzar.
told you?
Okay.
Okay, let's stop right now.
That.
And then we're all gonna board Noah's
Okay,
Ark.
okay,
Okay, let's shut up. Let's shut up. We're done.
And then Jesus
Okay,
is gonna come.
Oh my god, shut up.
Stop it.
Stop.
Me. So yeah, we have questions. If you want to ask us questions, you could tweet at us. The easiest way is to get on our Discord and just ask us on our.
How would you tweet at us? Then who do we tweet at? What's that handle?
Our handles are in the description below.
But what if people can't read?
Then you can click on the
they
link.
They shouldn't be on the computer because they can't read. Obviously.
All right.
Let's start with the first question.
Okay.
From Mr. Futagu.
Oh.
Not to you. Go, Mr. Futago. Who is your least favorite main villain in an RPG?
Least favorite
Nick.
main villain? Oh,
I am not a villain in an RPG.
Well, you're my least favorite, so.
I'm trying to think.
That is a little. Gotta think about that. Like, least favorite, like, you didn't like how well he was built up, or, like, you hated him?
Oh, I feel
Anyway.
like least favorite is like more like they're boring or they did nothing or they weren't
Okay,
interesting.
so not the one, basically, that you hated their guts.
Yeah, if you hated killing them, that means they were a good villain. Like, oh, they were well written. Like, Weegraph is an awesome villain because you hate his guts and he's annoying.
I think every villain in Final Fantasy Tactics was awesome.
Except the final boss, who just like Saint Ajor. It's like just some random god thing. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's got to be God. It's JRPG. The
Final boss is always a god.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I gotta think about this. This is hard.
The one that immediately comes to mind is, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but it's.
This question kind of is spoilery.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just pick a villain that's not a spoiler.
I mean,
no, I'm
all
gonna say it
villains-
anyway. This character is clearly like as soon as he enters the game, it's Arden from Final Fantasy 15.
Oh.
I just felt like, I mean, he's slimy and he's annoying. Like he does some really like evil stuff, but like when I think about it, I'm like, okay, like I don't know.
I mean,
I found him extremely interesting. He just wasn't really well written.
Yeah,
he wasn't fully written.
I was with Nick on that one.
I was like, I want to know more about this guy, but it's just like there's not.
I had
much
to
When
look-
Final Fantasy goes on off the deep end with all like the weird god magic stuff, I'm like, all right, like what are we doing here? Like,
Well, I had to figure out exactly what happened after I played the game. I had to go back, like, look him up and be like, why? That's why.
I could tell off podcast. I could tell you what happened to him.
I know what happened to him.
I know you know what happened to him.
Oh.
'Cause I'm talking about him.
Oh.
He doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that if you didn't like read into it.
Another one I would say is the titular White Witch from Ni no Kuni because it's very obvious that she was added for the PS3 version because there was a DS version.
It was just called Ni no Kuni, right?
Yeah, I think it was called. I don't know what it's called. There might be some subtitle. I don't know what it's called, but
I forgot one.
I don't like her, not because she's like necessarily bad. She's got a cool design. She has like this cape that's like the universe and stuff. It has like a neat mask and this parrot that's all evil and stuff. But like, it's so obvious that they got shoved in just to add stuff. Like the end of the game is just like, oh my gosh, like this game should have ended right now. Like it's so obvious.
They had an F arc.
Yeah.
But Grace's F arc is actually really good. Anyway.
I'm saying that's what they did. They had an F arc.
Some
Yeah,
F arcs
the
are good,
fork.
some are bad. So, mine is the final boss from Room Factory 4, and he's so bad that I don't remember who he was or what he did. All I remember is I fought him, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then
I'm actually trying to remember the final boss.
I'm just like, he was the final boss. Okay, we beat him, and then the stuff that happened after with Venti, that completely overshadowed it. I was like, okay, I beat the final boss, and story. So I don't remember.
What is the final thing?
I like he turns into a dragon.
Oh,
I think.
Oh, I think I remember.
Remember
okay,
him?
Okay, I remember. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember his name. I kind of don't really remember his purpose, except for, I gotta get the power. But, like, he came out of nowhere, and I stopped him to save my friend, and that's the only reason why. I didn't really care. So, I still don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But final boss from Factory 4.
Sweet.
The final boss and the main villain in Tales of Vesperia. I don't remember what that was all about. I don't even remember the main villain. Who was the main villain, Taylor?
I don't know. I never beat it.
That's when you know it's a bad villain, because you're just like, the main villain of this game. I don't remember who they were.
I don't remember. Yeah, I really don't remember. Like, that's the one thing I did not like about Vesperia. The ending, I don't remember any of it.
It was unmemorable.
Completely unmemorable. The build-up, like, the game itself was fun. And then I was like, oh, well, what's going on?
Weird.
I don't remember the ending at all. I don't remember the final boss. I remember some battle on a tower, and then the game ends, and there's no epilogue, which is blasphemy
Whoa.
in a Tales game.
I mean, in any JRPG, no epilogue kind of is blasphemy.
Yeah, but there's always like some type of epilogue in a Tales game.
Well, yeah.
Well, like maybe like one scene, but there's always something.
You get that one scene, and then you get that one photo, and it just kind of pans up, and you're just like,
Oh. Like Grandia has awesome epilogues, except for Grandia 1, which ends right when we don't want it to end.
I will say Ys has a really good epilogue.
You have a really good epilogue, Taylor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. One of my favorite epilogues, even though this isn't a question, but I'm going to say it anyway because you guys said it,
Okay.
is Legend of Dragoon. Because like you beat the game and then you like see what everybody does. Like, oh yeah, you beat the game. What are they doing now? I love when games do that.
Every game, every JRPG needs to do that. Every stinking anime needs to do that too.
Yeah,
not-
where instead of just stopping, and you're just like,
We got to the good part, and
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to know what happens.
I-
Like they need to have like one episode where it just shows what's
Epilogue.
going on right now.
Yeah.
Like what's going on after. That's what all I want.
That's all I want to.
Because there's so many animes where it's just like, they got together, yay, and then it just ends.
And you're like,
Yeah,
What?
yep.
it's
I know,
like, you
I
get
know
the payoff.
exactly which one you're thinking about right now. 'Cause
Yeah,
that happened to
I
me.
was so mad. I was like, really?
Yep.
Really?
I was like, this is exactly what's going to happen, and it totally did.
Yep.
So,
A lot of shows do that.
A lot of games do that.
Shuffle did that.
at least Shuffle kind of had an ending, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the show I'm watching now, Say I Love You, they like sort of get together at the beginning and it's like their struggle trying to figure it out, kind of. Or at least the girl's struggle. I like it. It's a good show.
I like. You should watch it. What's it called?
Babe.
Lovely Complex. That's a good one too.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Nice tangent.
Short guy, tall girl.
The little girl's only 5'6".
He's like a
And
midget.
she's like a
then.
giant.
I know, it's weird. Everybody must be really short in Japan then. Because
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
head, I'm like, oh, she's like 6'1" or something.
No, she's
Yeah.
5'6".
Yeah.
She's
Apparently-
She's 5 inches tall. That's shorter than us.
Apparently, everyone is short in Japan because Kathleen was tall and she's 5'4".
Oh, wow.
And I make fun of her being short. So
Yeah, you be careful there, sir.
You need to be careful with
You
everybody.
need to be careful everywhere.
Everybody here needs to be careful.
I mean, that's true.
Taylor, stop being so short.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I have no idea.
Whenever Nick starts talking, he does this like thing. It reminds me of like that, the most interesting man in the world. Like,
Oh my god! I don't always drink beer.
yeah.
But when I do.
But then when it really reminds me of it is there's like a picture of a cat that does that. It's like, I don't always
Oh,
claw
yeah.
my cat bed, but when I do or whatever. So that's whenever I see Nick doing this, I just picture the most interesting cat in the world or something.
It's only supporting me because I have to lean into my mic.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, let's move
Next
on to the
question.
next question. From Alexander Arts.
Arcs?
Arts. What are your biggest pet peeves when other people play games with you? One of his is naming things in games. I always spend a long time thinking about it and take it seriously. When I tried to get my dad to play FF7 as a kid, he just named Cloud Spike and Barrett Mr. T. I was furious. Lol.
Oh.
I think he
He's
asked.
probably-
I think he asked this question in Frame Trap as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's probably not the only one that named Barrett Mr. T.
Okay. As a kid, I named all the characters in Tales of Destiny based off my friends.
That's what I did with 7, for sure.
But I was also like 8, 9.
Yeah.
So
And then I've played Final Fantasy VII so many times. I remember at one point I was so into wrestling, I just named them after like wrestling characters. Yeah.
I mean,
One of my pet peeves is playing JRPGs around people.
Mm.
It just because I'm always distracted by them, and
Yeah.
I can't get like into the game.
I know, because like especially good ones, like they only come out once a year, maybe for like those like Persona 5. Like we only get like really good JRPGs very rarely. Like I was the same way, like because my TV's in the living room, so I'd be playing, and Grayson would come in and want to commentate on.
I just really
What I'm
hope
doing,
that
yeah.
he's like, shut up.
I just really hope Maddie doesn't have the same pet peeve because I always go into a room and I'm quiet.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
funny.
quiet,
Okay, segue. My pet peeve is Nick walking into my room, staring at my computer.
part.
Yes, staring at my screen and just smiling and nodding. And then, like, I'll be at the example, Persona 5. I'm at the final boss. He walks in and sits with me for the last hour of the game, commenting on how well I'm fighting. While he's like, okay, I just want to see the end of the game again.
I
Okay,
didn't want to see that again.
He's-
But
that's one of them. I have another.
But I'm going to protect myself. I'm always stoic when I'm with you.
You are not. You are smiling.
I'm
You are
stoic.
smiling and nodding your head.
No, I'm stoic.
No.
And whenever you always turn around and go like this, look at me, and once you do that to me, of course I'm going to smile.
Okay, Nick. So remember that thing about you saying whenever if you play JRPGs with people, you get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So someone in my room, I'm playing it, I see you, I look to see kind of like how your reaction, because people like during stuff happening, so I'm trying to put that together, and then you just turn and smile. It just distracts me. Okay?
It just.
But
that's why I smile is when you look at me and like.
It's hard
like,
not to.
There you go.
But that's a yeah, and it happens almost every JRPG I complete, with the exception of when he's not home when I complete him, like Tales of Berseria. That he just saw the aftermath too.
Mm-hmm.
But Asteria, watching me as I completed it, like first chapter, watched me as I completed it. Cold Steel 1, watched me as I completed it, watched me almost break my Vita.
I did not watch you actually. I came in right when it happened.
No, okay, well, I was beating it, and the epilogue stuff was happening, and I said, if this happens, I'm gonna break my Vita, and that's he just leans close to my ear, just leans. I'm like, if this happens, if it ends right now, leans close. The end, and then it literally just goes black, and I'm like, what?
Fun times.
No,
Fun times.
that's one pet peeve. Here, you go, Taylor. What's a
That's
pet peeve?
pretty much it. Like somebody commentating, I'm like, shut up! I don't get these very often. Just let me play my game. Like literally,
that person looks really weird. Why would you have that suit on when you're fighting?
Yeah,
Why is she wearing a bikini when she's fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, I remember I started playing Graces, and then I moved my PS3 into my room because I have a small TV in there, and I was like, all right, I just don't want to be distracted while I play this which is weird for that game to do that, but
I had to do that when I was playing Zillia. When I had the rush to beat Zillia, I went into my room and just played, and all you guys were in the main room. It was
Wait,
funny.
what? Zillia 2, though.
No,
Wait,
I was playing Zillia. Okay, this was before Zillia 2 came out, and I needed to beat Zillia. So
I know,
loaded-
but I remember watching you play Zillia in your room.
Yeah, and I stopped playing it, and then I had to replay it. I had to finish it before Zillia 2 came out.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No.
I didn't finish it, and I moved out.
I don't remember that. All I remember is I watched a specific part. I got interested in the story, so then I started watching a YouTuber play it.
Yeah, I was playing I was right at the beginning of the game. That's when I
That
first
was
got
not
the
the
game.
beginning of the game.
That was.
That was
the beginning
yeah,
of the
it
game.
was actually. Just kidding. A lot of stuff happens in the beginning of the game.
Too much stuff happens. But other than that, I don't really have many pet peeves.
People being around distracting.
Uh,
I mean, like voices, like people. So, like for example, streaming. That doesn't bug me because I could look down at chat or if anyone's even watching. Like I look down at my leisure and be like, okay, I can ignore that, or oh, that's a funny thing, ha ha ha, you know. But like if someone's sitting next to me and is just watching me, I'm just like, I'm gonna play my game
I know
now.
another pet peeve.
Okay, go.
People who overreact and yell when they lose. Just like when they get hit with a red shell and they just start screaming and like crying at the end. It's just really annoying.
You had to reach for real deep for that one, didn't you? It was almost pathetic quality. I expected something deeper than that.
Everyone knows, but no, that doesn't bother me. It's just funny.
Well, that's why I like to switch, because somebody's annoying me. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go in my room now.
Gonna go bye
Yeah, just like-
later.
See ya.
Yeah, there won't be any big RPGs out that I'm going to buy soon. I'm trying to think of a big RPG that's coming out. Well, I know you don't consider it an RPG, but I think Fire Emblem Warriors is kind of an RPG.
I mean,
You level
I don't think you're gonna be playing that alone though. You're gonna be probably playing that at work if you still have a job.
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, I don't know when it comes out.
I know, just like out of context. It's like if you still have a job.
Yeah, if you still have a job, loser.
What a loser you are. Other
But
than
yeah.
that, yeah, not really. I mean, no, that doesn't bother me. Back in the day,
Nobody ever did this, but as long as nobody spoiled it for me. I can't really...
I mean, getting spoiled is a pet peeve, but that should be a pet peeve of everyone.
Yeah.
people need to learn not to spoil. Just like they need the. It's a hard skill to learn because sometimes you say something. So I'm pretty sure we spoiled some things today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, only if you call. What makes it worse is if someone else calls it out and be like, spoilers. Just let it slide.
Yep.
As long as you don't call attention to it, sometimes people won't even notice.
I always say
Nick?
it to non-spoilers.
I know you make it a joke, but like in general, people should learn to like if you see a spoiler, don't call it out.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hey,
Yay, spoilers.
spoilers.
I know, spoilers.
Yeah,
man.
literally, I posted a picture of reading in a bookstore, and it was spoilers, apparently.
Spoilers.
But guys, Christ, who dies first?
Great. That was funny.
That was pretty
That was
funny.
pretty funny. Hey, look, I found Rain's favorite book. Who dies first?
All right,
no.
guys.
Oh
Don't no me.
no! Oh no!
All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
I'll play Mario Kart.
Oh, I excuse myself.
Uh,
Christ, who's gonna die first?
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
Continue. That Kathleen cat face.
Chloe's face. Oh man,
All right, I'm gonna end this before people go insane.
it's so good.
Thanks for listening, guys. If you liked what you listened to, please subscribe, comment, and like. Join our Discord. We have a lot of people on there. We talk about everything, games, anime, pretty much anything.
are
Life. And we
we?
play Mario Kart all the time
Do we?
on weekends. Pretty much every weekend. So go to our website at lasthonestgamers.com. You get the Discord link there. It'll also be in the description below on YouTube. And thanks for listening, guys. And we'll be back next week, hopefully with Connor. See ya.
Yeah. See ya.